Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The judge's papers were shuffled in the silence of the courtroom, and then in one jaw-dropping moment, the silence broke. Robyn Brown, the most polarizing figure in Sister Wives history, clutched the table in front of her, her face draining of color. The murmurs began immediately. The crowded gallery let out gasps. Even the court stenographer paused, eyes flicking up from the machine. Fans have been wondering about Robyn's involvement in the breakdown of the Brown family, her unwavering devotion to Cody, and the apparent power she possessed in the shadows for years. But nothing, not the awkward tell-all specials, not the tense Coyote Pass fights, not even Christine's bold departure, could have prepared the public for this. Robyn's carefully maintained composure on national television for over a decade was finally breaking down as the family's dirtiest secrets were brought to light. For months, this conflict in the courtroom had been building up. What began as a financial dispute regarding the stalled development of Coyote Pass had developed into a legal maelstrom that involved nearly every Brown family member. Early witness lists included Christine's name, financial records for Janelle were compelled, and even rental agreements for Mary were examined in court filings. But it was Robyn who had the most to lose. According to court insiders, the case revolved around allegations that certain family funds, including profits from their TLC salaries and earnings from My Sister Wife's Closet, the jewelry business Robyn launched in 2012, had been mishandled. The financial records of My Sister Wife's Closet, which had been empty for a long time, were now the subject of ferocious legal arguments. The plaintiffs alleged that there were unreported transfers, unexplained withdrawals, and even evidence of cash deposits that occurred in conjunction with significant personal purchases. Robyn's legal team insisted she had nothing to hide, painting her as a devoted wife and mother who had simply been caught in the middle of a complicated family business structure. When the opposing attorney began reading internal emails between Robyn and Cody aloud, the tension reached its highest point. The messages, obtained through discovery, revealed heated discussions about the distribution of TLC earnings and who had rights to the Coyote Pass lots. The gallery reacted audibly to one email in particular, which was sent just a few weeks before Christine and Cody broke up on camera. "If we keep the land in our name, they can't push us out," Robyn allegedly wrote in it. "We have invested too much to allow them to dictate." It appeared that Janelle and Christine were the they. The implication was shocking to viewers who had watched the Brown family slowly fall apart on screen. Robyn may have been planning to keep control all along, and wasn't just a spectator. As the email was read, Cody, who was seated next to her, clenched his jaw and turned his angry and protective gaze toward Robyn. But Robyn herself seemed frozen, until the attorney produced a series of bank statements that, according to his claim, showed over $80,000 transferred from joint family accounts into an account solely in her name. That was when it happened. As Robyn reached for her water, her hand shook. The microphone in front of her was caught by the glass as it slightly tipped over. The speakers gave out a loud pop. She leaned toward her attorney, whispered something no one else could hear, and then her head lowered into her hands. As she appeared to sway, officers of the court swiftly moved toward the defense table, eliciting gasps. Even though her lawyer told the judge that she just needed a moment, the damage was already done in public perception and opinion. The scene instantly became headline material. Within hours, entertainment sites were plastered with variations of Robyn Brown's courtroom collapse, alongside grainy sketches from inside the courtroom. Sister Wives bombshell. Robyn loses composure as evidence mounts was TMZ's headline. On Reddit, the speculation machine roared to life. Threads dissected her body language, debated whether the collapse was genuine or strategic, and pulled up old footage from Sister Wives where Robyn tearfully defended herself against accusations from her sister wives. In the meantime, Christine's subtle smile as she left the courthouse became its own viral meme. While Christine declined to speak to reporters directly, an anonymous source claimed she was not surprised by what had come out in court. Always pragmatic, Janelle provided a concise statement through her attorney, which read, "My focus is on my own finances and my children. The rest will come out in due time." A cryptic Instagram post was made later that evening by Mary, whose relationship with Robyn had reportedly soured since her own breakup with Cody. The caption, which was a picture of a storm cloud, read, "The truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie does." Fans instantly connected the dots, flooding her comments with support and plenty of speculation. The most telling part, perhaps, was Cody's reaction. He avoided the courthouse steps entirely, exiting through a side exit with Robyn shielded by a large scarf and sunglasses. Once known for his charismatic, if sometimes brash, presence, he has been in a rage behind closed doors, according to insiders, feeling trapped by the legal battle and the public's growing sympathy for his ex-wives. More shocking revelations are expected during the ongoing trial. According to court schedules, former business associates and at least one insider from TLC production are scheduled to testify about how the family's fictional narrative diverged from reality. For viewers who have long suspected that sister wives only scratched the surface, this could be the moment the facade finally crumbles. And then there's the question of what this means for the show's future. TLC has been silent on the matter, but industry whispers suggest that the network is torn between the potential ratings gold of covering the fallout and the risk of alienating Robyn and Cody entirely. According to reports, some of the show's producers want to change the show's focus to more of Christine and Janelle's lives after Cody, while others think the courtroom drama could be incorporated into a big season finale. One thing is certain: Robyn's collapse in the courtroom has changed the story in ways from which she may never recover. The image of her at that table with her head in her hands and evidence piling up is now permanently ingrained in the fandom's collective memory, regardless of whether it was a deliberate attempt to win sympathy or a genuine moment of emotional overwhelm. She has been depicted as Cody's favorite and the woman who won the plural marriage dispute for a number of years. But the crown seemed to fall off in that courtroom as the scandal became public and the walls closed in. The judge ordered a brief recess following Robyn's collapse. She and Cody were led into a side room by court officers, igniting speculation in the gallery. It was said by some that it was a panic attack. Others insisted it was staged, pointing to how quickly her legal team jumped into protective mode as cameras and sketch artists zeroed in. When court resumed, Robyn was absent, her attorney stating she was unwell, but would return for further proceedings. This alone fueled conspiracy theories online. One viral Reddit post stated, "She didn't faint, she fled," receiving thousands of upvotes in a matter of hours. Another fan commented, "Robyn's been playing the victim card for years, but this time the stakes are higher than tears on a couch. This is sworn testimony under oath." The testimony that shook the room. The opposing attorney quickly summoned a former My Sister Wife's Closet employee, one of the day's most notable witnesses, in her absence. Under oath, the witness, who had worked for the jewelry company during its peak, stated that Robyn was directly involved in every significant financial decision and had final say over all withdrawals from the company account.